May 2004, and the 123rd FA Cup final became the fourth to be hosted at Cardiff's Millennium Stadium. For the first time in 12 years, a team from outside English football's top flight was involved as Millwall lined up against Manchester United. Millwall had made their way to the final without having to play a Premier League side. United had faced four, including Arsenal's Invincibles in the semi-finals. The commentators are Mark Lawrenson and John Motson.
Only four of those starters have played in an FA Cup final before, but of those, Roy Keane is making a record, modern record anyway, sixth appearance in the FA Cup final. Giggs is playing in his fifth, Scholes and Gary Neville in their third, and the youngest player in the United side is Cristiano Ronaldo, the Portuguese winger, who is 19. Millwall have two 19-year-olds, right back Marvin Elliott and wide man Peter Sweeney. It's the Cahill-Wise axis in midfield that's the heartbeat of the team. But Dennis is going to play in front of the back four, and it's going to be Neil Harris, who, as Gary mentioned, is a great story after his illness. He's close to 100 goals for Millwall, actually, but he might be a bit lonely up there without the suspended Danny Dichio. Manchester United in their traditional colours of red, and they're playing from the right in the first half, and it's Matt Lawrence for Millwall to Marvin Elliott. I know they're unfamiliar names, but it's cup final day, and that's part of the magic of it. Cahill, number 4. And now Livermore to Ryan, the left back. And Sweeney, who'll start wide left for Millwall. They're not going to give Manchester United a touch here, are they? They are now, it's Keane. This is Sylvester. Of course, we're keeping an eye on Keane and Wise because they both had hamstring trouble and passed fitness tests this week. Here's Sweeney. There's Ray. Scored a goal in the cup final for Manchester United in the pre-Ferguson era. Oh, they don't want to be messing about there. Elliott. Oh, Keane beat Wise there. That could be key. Scholes. Ronaldo. Van Nistelrooy!
Well, it's a great move by Manchester United, wasn't it? Starting with a tackle, Keane on Wise, most definitely. The ball moved 2 times over to Ronaldo, decent as well supply. Could be very, very careful, Millwall. They had the ball, John, and in the end the right back just gave it away, and it was just a sign for Manchester United to come forward and make the first chance in the game.
This is Fletcher. There's an appeal for a free kick by Millwall, waved away by referee Winter. This is Ronaldo. The step-over trick. And the check back. And Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes. O'Shea. In it goes from Sylvester. That's an easy one for Andy Marshall.
You'd have fancied Scholes from that position.
Well, he's got no nerves, that's for sure, has he? If he tricks like that in the first 10 minutes of a cup final, eh? Let's hope we get a bit more of it. Here's Eiffel. Oh, offside, Neil Harris. Well, this is the moment that the flag went up, and I'm looking at Harris, trying to see the line on the grass. There's no daylight there.
No, there isn't. He was on. Just...
Keane. This is Giggs. Oh, well played, Elliott. Read that well. But then, didn't do so well. This is O'Shea. Keane. On the volley, Roy Keane! Oh, what a good save by Andy Marshall! That was going in the top corner, for sure!
Absolutely brilliant save. It just set up lovely for Keane, who struck it. You know, with great precision, and it's just a marvellous, marvellous save, that.
Sweeney. Ryan. Nice little pass into Harris. He's got Brown with him. Cahill's in the centre. Eiffel on the near post. Corner.
Good tackle as well. I think it's Mikhail Silvestre. If he doesn't get that right, John, it's a penalty, but in the end it's a very, very, very good tackle.
Played short to Wise. And back to Sweeney again. Oh, and no flag. Absolutely no flag. Tim Cahill in on the goalkeeper. And Manchester United was standing still.
Well, not only that, they were caught from the corner.
O'Shea. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, Jeff Winter almost got a touch there. This is Scholes. Giggs is making a run here. Elliott's the defender. We've got Brown and Silvestre in there this time. It's come out to Paul Scholes. Here's Eiffel. He's also got a nice piece of talent here. He's got Harris coming in from the far side, and Eiffel shoots for goal. It hit Silvestre and came out to Fletcher. Now Scholes with Giggs again making a run ahead of him. Oh, and he's put the ball behind Ronaldo. Neville. Decent cross, Van Nistelrooy, Ronaldo coming in here, Ronaldo! Marshall, then Ward got it away. Marshall got an arm on it, Darren Ward off the line for Millwall. Corner, and here Millwall really being tested now. Brown, O'Shea, both forward for the corner. It's come out to Paul Scholes. And driven by Scholes and not far away.
Millwall, the goalkeeper originally, very, very low down, got something on it, and then in the end, Ward completes the clearance.
Keane. Van Nistelrooy. O'Shea. Oh, that was Lawrence on Fletcher, and Manchester United running up to Jeff Winter. Three of them around the referee, appealing for a foul. It's a corner given instead, taken quickly, Ronaldo. Still. And now Fletcher inside to Giggs. Brown and Silvestre still forward. Giggs has found Keane, and Gary Neville coming up on the outside. Ronaldo! The 19-year-old from Portugal has given Manchester United the lead in the cup final 2 minutes before half-time.
Goal scorer for Manchester United.
Well, for a moment, Millwall thought that they might have had a penalty given against them, and from the corner, they were fast asleep. Eventually, when Manchester United worked the ball over, it's a great run from Ronaldo. He gambled, got the right side from his point of view of his marker, 1-0. But definitely, Millwall thought for a moment there might have been a penalty given against them, and they just knocked off for a second, John, which enabled United to take the lead.
That's precisely what happened, Mark. Also, I thought Dennis Wise was the nearest player to Ronaldo when he headed it in. Fletcher to Neville. Ronaldo. What's Jeff Winter going to give here?
Free kick. He's been the star in out of the first half because the 22 players, he's the only one on a consistent level and basis. He's just taking players on all the time. We know he's full of tricks. He's just committed people.
This is surely the last action of the first half. Millwall have got to really concentrate now and not go too behind. John O'Shea's coming up from the back. Sylvester is there as well. Oh, something's happening off the ball. Wise and Scholes.
Well, Wise just had hold of Paul Scholes. Just trying to get hold of him.
And now they've gone down again. What's Jeff Winter going to do? Wise and Scholes tangling a second time. Wise seems to be the offender here.
He has to be very, 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 very careful. You do that in the penalty area, it's a penalty.
Well, eventually we're going to get a free kick taken. It's way beyond the half-time period. Giggs to take the free kick. And Jeff Winter blows even as he takes it. Now let's just see as they go off here, Mark, if there's any reaction, because Wise is going up to the referee. No, he's not.
There's no reaction between the two.
Oh, yes, there is. Wise has just pushed Gary Neville in the back. And
I think he's told him to put out.
And Jeff Winter is running off the pitch with Dennis Wise. Well, as far as the touchline, anyway. It's a header by Ronaldo from Gary Neville's cross. It's the only goal of the first half. It's Manchester United 1, Millwall 0. Manchester United now playing left to right with a goal lead. And as Michael Owen said, there's no real change in the Millwall setup. Neil Harris is going to plough a lone furrow up there with the four behind him, and then Wise in the hole in front of the back four. That's the way they've shaped up, and here's John O'Shea in the attack for Manchester United. Eiffel.
Well, there we've seen it straight away, really, and Neil Harris has worked so hard. Now, the other decision for Millwall is if they do throw someone up to help him, is he got to help him while he's still got the legs?
Here's Fletcher for United. It's a very good run by Darren Fletcher. It's a brilliant run. Hasn't yet scored for Manchester United, but it won't be long if he carries on running through with the ball like that. And he's moving around the front line all the time, Ryan Giggs. He's obviously got a licence to float just behind Van Nistelrooy. Roy Keane to Neville. Ronaldo. Oh, he's done well there. Header out, only comes to Neville.
Brilliant the way to slow down the markers, and then in the end he gets his little trick in. You know what, he slows them completely down. Well, there you go. Thank you, and very, very good cross as well.
O'Shea. Giggs looking for O'Shea again. Gets forward well, the left back, and he's picked out Fletcher here. To Keane. Into Scholes. Paul Scholes, good save, Marshall. And Van Nistelrooy couldn't get there before Lawrence.
There's a very, very good move from Manchester United. Excellent work.
Brown makes the first run. The header actually came from Ronaldo again.
Oh, he looked like a salmon, John.
Here's Ronaldo against Ryan. Well, the defender did as best he could to try and avoid conceding the corner, but he hasn't succeeded. And that's Sylvestre. And off the line, and West Brown couldn't quite get there for the second one. Sylvestre again. Well, the Frenchman who scored here in the Community Shield, Michael Sylvestre, nearly put the cup final beyond the reach of Millwall there.
Well, decent ball then as well, wasn't it? To the back post, man. I tell you what, Brown here doesn't half take a gamble. He knows he's going to get hurt in the end, John.
Keane. Giggs. And still Ryan Giggs. All the way, Ryan Giggs. Penalty, Livermore. Livermore on Giggs. Penalty in the cup final. Any arguments, Mark?
No, absolutely none, John. This is what Ryan Giggs' game is all about. We spoke about it in the first half. Running at defenders, committing defenders, no argument. It's a penalty. Stonewall.
Van Nistelrooy scores, and it's 2-0 Manchester United.
Well, that's a class penalty as well, wasn't it? If you notice with Van Nistelrooy, just concentrated on the ball, concentrated exactly where he was going to put the ball from the penalty. He didn't even worry about the goalkeeper.
It's Ruud van Nistelrooy's 29th goal of the season for Manchester United, and emphatic is the only word you can use.
Marvellous penalty. You just worry for Millwall now, John. At 2-0 down here with, well, lots of time still to play.
Yeah. Penalties seem to follow Manchester United around in FA Cup finals. Cantona converted 2, didn't he, against Chelsea in that 4-0 win a few years ago. Here's Scholes. And Giggs. And still, and a chance. Oh, it was easy for Van Nistelrooy. 2 in the 5th round, 2 in the 6th round, injured in the semi-final, 2 in the final. Ruud van Nistelrooy, 3-0 Manchester United.
Well, it's the exchange of passes that really does this here. Scholes into Giggs, inside the marker who slipped, head up, has a little look, and he was just offside, John. Just offside.
Yes, I'd query that, I must say. It looked it, didn't it?
And this angle doesn't show it, but the angle we've just shown, it was just offside by this throw. But of course, in the great scheme of things, I don't suppose that will really matter.
I was talking earlier about the Matthews Cup final. Stan Mortensen, 3 goals that day for Blackpool. Kogan for Millwall. In it goes from Livermore.
Just a blatant push from Ronaldo, because I think it's on Cahill, and he thought Cahill had caught him just before, and it was frustration.
And here's Eiffel with the shot. Scholes blocked it and also got a free kick out of it. Free kick. Taken quickly, and McCammon. No, Jack Winter wants it back. And here it comes. Dennis Wise, the player manager, to leave the field and be replaced by Curtis Weston, 17 years and 119 days old. Born in Greenwich, just down the road from the New Den,
number 11.
And until the last day of the league season, Curtis Weston had never made an appearance for the Millwall first team. He came on as a substitute against Bradford, and now he beats the record. The modern record is Paul Allen, who played for West Ham at 17 in 1980. There was a young man called James Prinsep back in 1879 who was even younger than Allen, but Curtis Weston has beaten him too. And Millwall with a half chance there for Paul Eiffel. Here's Nicky Butt striding forward in injury time. Got a bit of a push from Cahill. Good solid tackle by Livermore. And we've played the 2 minutes now. Oh, and Eiffel has turned brown. Tackled by Keane, played the ball. And in fact, Keane and Eiffel are hurt.
Just wondering whether Keane actually caught his knee. Nothing wrong with the challenge, he won the ball very, very cleanly. Still such a massive influence on the way they play, John, Roy Keane.
Oh, well, we said a few minutes ago, didn't we, they're a different team when he's in the side. I mean, he's the heartbeat of it.
It's going to be a big player for them to replace eventually.
They've signed this boy Miller, haven't they, from, is it Celtic, who's going to be the new Roy Keane, or not that one should label him with that responsibility, but
it's a fair old title before you play.
It is a bit, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, his old club Celtic have won the Scottish Cup in Glasgow against Dunfermline after being a goal down, and Manchester United have won the FA Cup for the 11th time. They've tamed the Lions and lifted a trophy at the end of what by their standards has been a troubled season. Ruud van Nistelrooy, the ace goal scorer with 2, Cristiano Ronaldo with the first, and for Alec Ferguson, a 5th FA Cup and a 17th trophy, major trophy, with Manchester United.
Ladies and gentlemen, to lift the cup for Manchester
And now,
United,
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, the only man since the 1880s to play in 6 FA Cup finals, lifts the trophy for Manchester United. It's their 17th major trophy success under Sir Alex Ferguson.